everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. Gets around him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Northwestern University. It's Trevor Siemian.
What a ride he's been on these last few years. I remember seeing him in high school before he went to Northwestern. Didn't get on the field all that much there, and then got to Denver as a 7th-round pick and ended up starting the season opener in 2016 for the defending Super Bowl champs.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
So 2nd and 10 here. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And the Raiders have got him. Bruce Irvin coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but... Sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, here's Simeon. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And his first look is incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old. Has always taken the game seriously, has always worked on his craft, and you see evidence of that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability, that's one big reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again. Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeMarcus Walker in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career.
That's something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn. Colecchio's
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
They start the drive with Anderson. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Well, sometimes the numbers really don't tell the full picture because Oakland was 26th in total defense in 2016. But guess what? They were tied for 1st in turnover margin at +16 with Kansas City. That makes up for a lot of other issues when you're able to take the ball away.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Simeon. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. And having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Simeon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Simeon. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lynch, and he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. How will Marshawn Lynch fare? That's the question in the Bay Area. Been out of the game for a year. What do you think?
I think he'll fare just fine. I don't think that they'll use him as often as he was used in Seattle, but when they turn him loose, I think it'll be to great advantage for Oakland.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First down, the run with Lynch. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Carr to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll run with Lynch. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And he knocks it through. Out to kick is Janikowski. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Trevor Siemian and the Broncos heading back out. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second is Siemian. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Green, 39.
Here's Simeon. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jihad Ward in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr over the middle. It's Jared Cook. And he's brought down. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget, we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
On 1st down, Carr completes it right side to Cooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now it's Simeon. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Both Sanders and his running mate, Demaryius Thomas, have been over 1,000 yards each the last 3 seasons. Demaryius Thomas takes care of a lot of stuff downfield. Emmanuel Sanders likes to work inside the margins.
Great compliment for each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they work very well together.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Simeon on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. Blue line it.
To the air again, Simeon. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Simeon. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, Simeon. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Marshawn Lynch and the Raider offense heading back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Simeon. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, it's Simeon. And his throw is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Simeon on second down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Pass interference. Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
second down. Here's Simeon. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Third and long. It's Simeon. And the Raiders have got him. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Raiders with the ball midway through the second. Carr to the air. He finds his big tight end, Jared Cook. And 13 yards later, he'll go in for the score. First and 10, the Raiders go up by 4. Carr is on point with the throw, and he ends up at the 14-yard line before he stopped on the play. Raiders have it later on the drive. Carr is going to complete the pass, and this play goes for a score. Raiders push their lead to 11. Third down from the 12. Simeon's got the completion here, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. This cuts the deficit to 4. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Guyton.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Carr. And he rifles one incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Time running out here on the play clock. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now this time, Carr throw. And that is incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and now it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll give it here to his running back, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, they're trying to throw the deep ball against a Pro Bowl corner of a year ago. I'm not real good at this stuff, but it seems to me that would lessen the odds of completing it, wouldn't it?
Might want to go to the other side of the field, although that's not any cakewalk either, but I'm with you. Bad guy to target there on the deep ball. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Sebastian Janikowski has fashioned quite a career. I wonder if he's just a little bit jealous, though, because Adam Vinatieri leads him in just about every category. That's the only guy ahead of him.
Yeah, he's 2nd in points, field goals made, extra points made, you name it. But he still had a heck of a career.
A monster career, an incredible leg.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A first down as it's Simeon with a hook up to Sanders. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw, Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now it's Jamal Charles in the game. He gets the call here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The play clock's running down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here's Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Green 39! Green 39!
On the draw, Simeon gives to Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
He's gone over 1,000 yards 5 times in his career, but he's at the 30-year-old mark, and there's a lot of concern about running backs over the age of 30.
5 yards or better per carry in each of his first 8 seasons. Now past 30, we'll see if that trend can continue. To throw with Simeon. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Here we go. Green!
On 1st and 10, Simeon. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jamal Charles, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Charles getting the handoff from Simeon. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, it's Charles. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Second down following the run.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On the run, it's Charles. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go.
10th carry now for Jamal Charles. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he knows it. They know it. Everybody in this stadium knows a touchdown and a PAT, and they can walk away with a win.
So it's time to focus, and just focus on the task at hand. Everything that's been practiced along the way. This 2-minute drill gets practiced all the time. How things have to be run, the types of plays that they like in this situation, the types of throws the quarterback will.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. LeGarrette Blount, he's up to 115 yards on the ground. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out to kick is Janikowski. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Trevor Siemian ready to retake the field. It's a pretty simple formula, Charles. A field goal, all you need, that wins you the game.
And the most confident guys going out on the field to direct their teams, they've probably already talked to their kicker before they went out and let him know, don't worry, you got a chance to be a hero in this one. I'll set you up, you just knock it through the post. His plan, get the team downfield and get them into position. They've gone over it many times in practice. That's how he's going to approach it.
And now on the sideline, everyone stay away from the kicker. Now it's Siemian. Green with a catch left side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. You get a tight end like this and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here he's one that has to absorb the contact and as a result unable to hold on to the football.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Siemian. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last throw here for Siemian. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Oakland, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.